All right, welcome in everybody. I'm still trying to get stuff together and get situated here. I got to find out where the game is. Ay, ay, ay. Hello. Dun, dun, dun. 6 need 700. Really irritated. I thought I was going to be able to do a 3D version tonight, and it's not working. All right, where is Guardians broadcast? There we go. Let's get the other.
It's a foul. You got it. I wasn't a big fan early, but up close and personal, it's a nice change.
Get my TV going.
Go back to the summer of love. Yeah, we like love out here. Hey, you talking about hitting the ball to right field here? I was talking to Boder.
Network error. I got to get my network fixed, I guess.
You're at second base. So you're always got to run on. Certain places that you get up there, right? The ball will hit up that brick. The Orioles, Yankees. The series starts on 20th and 6:30 on Massive.
White Sox, Cubs.
Funny bone maybe too, huh? Get some vibration in there. Yeah.
Turn that off.
Vibration. That's what's going on in there.
I don't have the 3D broadcast. I'm really irritated. That must only be on selected games or something. Where's my chat?
He's come up and done a really nice job swinging the bat. Well, he just got.
Oh crap!
They let the Montway go as one of their big time guys, and then I watched him today. He had to come out and take ground balls with the new guy in first.
I got to get the score thing up here. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Jeannie. Hello, Rinser. Bottom of the first here in this game. I want to figure out why I don't have 3D, and of course my TV's not working. Monkey nuts. Already giant monkey nuts.
I've had a chance to watch a few of their games. You can see there's another one of those Albie picks at second base.
All right, got the broadcast up.
You know, when teams are doing advanced scouting,
bear with me, everybody.
Against us, they look and see how aggressive Seattle Mariners were.
I need to figure out why I can't get 3D on this.
Series against us, so I would fully expect the San Francisco Giants to try to hop on that thing as well. So it's good to see that these guys are at least
any of these games in 3D.
Hey, we're paying attention. We're not going to allow this to happen again. The 1-1.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. Runners at first and second.
Is finally touched up early in the game. He had been impenetrable up until this start. First time through the order, but the Giants get it with a 2-out RBI single.
Is there only certain games that are in 3D? It must only be certain games in 3D. Figures the Orioles games in 3D tonight, and I'm not doing it. I guess it's only certain games.
Now they find themselves with runners at first.
Game day 3D. Dang on it. I was all excited about this tonight, too. Runners at first and third, 2 away.
Ball off of his ankle in the series finale against the Dodgers.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yesterday, evidently healed up enough to go.
Oh, I found out how I can get it. All right, hang tight. We're getting this thing. Go to the Orioles game. Click on the 3D. Switch over to the Guardians game.
No, you're still reeling from the elbow, and now you find yourself at third base. Ball comes right at you.
Where's it at? Where's the Guardians game? I got the Guardians on that one.
Good job by Hedgie right there, too. Always having an eye on the clock. There is the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Hang tight, everybody. I'm still working through this.
The Giants take advantage of the lead-off walk and score the game's first run.
Why is it not? Ugh.
This is the legendary light beer. If this can could talk, it'd tell stories. And
View.
you probably got
Zoom in. Oh, no. View. Zoom out.
I know Cleveland doesn't hold as many fans as other places, but every fan makes themselves heard.
There we go.
Grateful for that. They do everything possible to be able to be there for us, to support us. That's something that we never take for granted. And one of the reasons that we play so hard the way that we do.
Thanks for being so faithful in your support. We look forward to you guys continuing to show up, and we look forward to do everything we can to continue to win games.
There we go.
Thank you for being our 10th teammate. We appreciate your support.
Now I got it. All right, what do you guys think of this? We're in between innings. Rinster, welcome in. Jason, welcome in. Dave's Disney Dreams, welcome in. Mouse Talk, hello. All right, let me get my thing up here real quick.
Giants on top.
Giants on top.
3 fly ball outs in the first for Cleveland.
What do you all think of this?
Tied for the National League lead and wins with 8. He is 4th in earned run average.
All right, here comes Fry to the plate, right-hander.
He's given up a batting average against him just a .99. That's 5th best among National League starters. So, I mean, unless he has an uncharacteristic
Fly ball, left field, playable. That's going to be an out. Now, you should see the fly ball to left field on this pitch because it's like a pitch behind me.
What the Guardians are up against here tonight. Well, that is the best of any starter in Major League Baseball with at least 10 starts. Robbie Ray, so efficient with his pitches. You said it. It's a great job of getting ahead and finishing. Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana coming up, 5th hitter in the lineup.
He said he's very stubborn in how he goes about using his pitches and how he goes about it. What do you take to that?
Well, I think stubborn is he knows what he's good, and he's going to continue to attack with what he's good at. He's also savvy enough to understand maybe some slight mechanical adjustments, that if he's missing to a certain side of the plate, he can make that adjustment.
Left-hander deals down low in the dirt.
On that particular pitch or that location, it's just going to take him a little bit.
Hope I don't get hit by the ball, yeah. This is pretty cool. 3D.
100%. Knowing what you're good at, sticking to it, double and triple down.
2-1 pitch. Strike right there. 2-2.
Gesturing toward home plate umpire Nick Lentz, he was begging. The 3-1 offering.
3-1, ground ball, foul, 3-2.
Another thing Roddy does so well is he's able to take a little off of that fastball. In the hitter's count right there, advantage count, we saw 93, we've seen up to 95. Those little subtleties can make a big difference at the plate, too. Get you out in front like you just saw Santana right there.
That's pretty cool. You can see the foul ball going there. Hello, Gloria. Welcome in. Strike 3, swing and a miss down low, second out of the inning.
Well, not only has he completely learned how to throw a changeup.
All right, I need to get my board up there real quick. Bear with me, everybody.
He's got that much confidence in that pitch already. You saw a really good execution right there of one to Carlos Santana, who does not go fishing very often. 2 down for Gabriel Arias. When you talk about a guy like Robbie Ray, and I know he's not alone in this category, but pitchers that will vary their fastball. And I don't mean from 4-seam to 2-seam, but just vary the velocity of it. How often does that maybe catch you off guard as a catcher, or is that something you want a heads up on? Are you going to give me the fireball, or are you going to try to manipulate it?
If you have caught a guy enough, you start to pick up on those tendencies and when those situations may be
Looking for more. Hope so, Walt.
or has a little extra in the tank. It's a big situation.
Swing and a miss. Foul. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here.
One of the very misleading things that you continue to hear on the broadcast, the brother of Robbie Ray, he does that on whatever pitch he throws. So it's not like he's throwing it extra hard.
1-2. Swing and a miss up top. Strike 3. Where's my sound effects? Should see him strike out here on this next pitch. There it is. Strikeout. Like the best-selling Tacoma with up to 326 horsepower. All right, let me get my sound bites set. We had a great interview tonight. Great interview tonight. I'm a little bit behind because of the interview, and that happens. I'm okay with it because we had a great interview. There we go.
Strike 3, you're out.
Now we're back in the flow. Hello, Jeannie. Welcome in. Rinser, Gloria's here. Team Incredidu is here in the house with us.
George and the boys should have waited another year for the disco on the Delaware. Come on. We the people don't wait to keep it juicy. Never have. Heck, we partied in Boston with just tea. Point is, juicy don't leave.
Only thing I don't like is the players come up out of the ground. I wish they just walked onto the field. That would be kind of cool. But this is a whole new type of technology, so. What's up, Nick? Welcome in. We had a great trip to Orlando. You can see the pitcher doing his warm-ups. This is pretty cool. I like this. So you can watch the pitcher throwing his warm-up pitches in between innings. That's pretty cool. Park Hopper Choppers. That is the place to go to rent your scooters in Florida, everybody. Our good friends, Chris and Mary.
It's exquisite. I could never.
Walmart's express delivery? You could. As fast as an hour. Interesting.
Throw goes down to second. There's Arias coming up to the plate. Beautiful day in San Francisco. Why is Arias behind the plate praying?
1-0 San Francisco, bottom of the second inning. Mike Yastrzemski will lead it off. Slade Ciccone with a fastball strike.
Saconia out on the hill for Cleveland. Yeah, Yastrzemski making his way to the plate. Neil, what's up? Ball down low, 1-1.
Because of the uniqueness of his last name and his bloodlines, when he came onto the scene, saw everybody's attention. Wait, there's another Yastrzemski in the league.
That's a great point.
1-1.
He's the longest
Ground ball foul.
Giants ball club. That's a bit that I thought, I'm thinking, awesome.
No kidding. No kidding. And again, we talk about tradition with this organization. It's amazing to think that a guy like this, who's a very
Hello, David T. Welcome in.
years, is now the longest tenured Giant.
Ball upstairs.
2-2. He's in the final
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Be interesting to see what the future of the Giants holds after the trade that sets shockwaves throughout baseball. The acquisition of Rafael Devers.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
The 2-2 is
Swung and a miss. Strike 3. Take a seat over there.
Strike 3. Sit down over there, son.
1 out here for Saccone. If you're brand new, we're using the 3D technology to look at the game on the digital. Something new. We're going to try it out here, see what everybody thinks. Fitzgerald up there now. Right-hander. First pitch is a strike. Ball down low, 1-1.
1 ball and 1 strike. I do like seeing Slade attacking these guys early in counts. Get yourself into an advantage count that you start.
Ciccone from the stretch deals. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Way out of play. Thank you for watching a replay. It was a great interview.
Go for soft contact. You have multiple options and opportunities.
Look at that foul ball. You can see the stadium. I love it. Ball outside, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Upped up a little bit on that one as well. I was 97.
Wonder if I pause this for a second. There's a foul ball, so I'm going to pause it till right after that foul ball. See if I can time up with the game. I'm going to try this. Dun, dun, dun. See if this works. Try to time up with the game. All right, there's the foul ball.
Opportunities, and that's exactly what happened for Tyler Fitzgerald last year.
You got a new player today. You did.
He went into a tailspin. Fitzgerald stepped in, hit 280, and
Right-hander at the set, 2-2 pitch.
You're absolutely right. Sometimes it's just being prepared when that opportunity knocks.
Ground ball to third, up clean, over to first. That's an out.
Even as good as he played last year, you know, Buster Posey's not going to sit back and relax. He goes out and signs really a dominant.
Here comes Nizer. 2 outs here in the inning.
And we talk about, with our team, positional flexibility all of the time. That's what allows you to keep yourself in the lineup. You go out and put up a great year offensively. They know you can play multiple positions. It's easy to slide a guy like that over.
Ball outside.
Andrew Kisner. Just 2 for 19 on the year at the plate. Mentioned Patrick Bailey dealing with a neck injury, so he's on the injury.
Knizner.
Kisner's been around a while. He's been with a few different organizations.
1-0 pitch coming in.
Good, solid backup catcher. No, you're not going to miss too much from an offense. Or excuse me,
strike right there, 1-2.
A guy like this is back there.
Or 1-1, I should say. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1.
Strike right there, 1-2.
He's a former catcher. So I guess it's not that big a deal to have a former catcher who's a general manager as well. You know, I think you see the game from
making shortbread cookies. Okay.
Get both sides of it, from the offensive side of things, from the pitching side of things. In my experience, the most difficult thing to do is to manage a bullpen. Now, Stephen Vogt, for example, has a pretty darn good bullpen to go to, so it makes those decisions a little bit easier.
1-2. Check swing. Did he go?
While it was only 1 year, he did have 1 year.
No, he did not go.
From his time as a player, right? And that year was spent in
so the TV is behind. I'm slowing it up, and it's behind. All right, top of the third coming up here. Top of the third coming up.
I got one for you, boss.
Again, we're testing this tonight, see how it goes. What do you guys think of this 3D watch on the screen? Yes, no, do you like it, not like it? What do you think?
Thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim. It can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pay what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you. That's simple human sense.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card.
Do.
Limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Drizzled with Ghirardelli chocolate. Wow.
of sales every week. Eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
You can actually see the guys doing warm-up in the back.
In the center of your screen is Buster Posey, the former outstanding catcher for the Giants, and now the general manager. And Buster Posey struck early, right? You think about the trading deadline; it's not for another month or so down the road, but he knew what he needed.
All right, waiting for them to do this first pitch here. All right, right-hander in the box.
His team tried to add
Left-hander Ray on the hill, kicks and deals. Strike right there.
This isn't exactly a
Now I got it timed up, just about the same. Left-hander Ray back to the hill. Kicks and deals. Ball down low in the dirt.
Doesn't come here and necessarily thrive.
Beautiful park out there at Oracle Park.
I think this park for left-handed hitters in particular plays a little bit easier than it does for righties.
Swing and a miss. Strike two.
Rodriguez leading off his third inning. Is it a matter of Devers' ability to sort of manipulate the bat head?
Yeah, why not? We'll check it out, Rinser. We'll see how it goes.
Listen, this place does not have a green monster, and I think in the back of Roth's
Left-hander deals. Fly ball, foul, out of play.
And that's part of what made him such a great hitter, was knowing at any point in time he could get himself jammed in his mind, not literally, but figuratively, jam himself, push something off of the green monster at the very least for a single.
1-2 pitch coming in.
Particularly, he's going to have to learn how to pull the ball.
Down low for a ball. 2-2.
He's going to have to pull the ball a little bit more consistently.
Well, it's just one of the best double ballparks in the game, no doubt, in Boston, and that's going to get taken away from him. But that was the one thing Boder said. He goes, he's got plenty of power to right field. He'll be okay.
Well, I was watching him in BP, putting him off almost his face on the scoreboards.
Line drive, right center field. Going to get down, up against the wall. Bang. That's going to be extra bases. Flying around second. He might be looking for three. He is. Rodriguez headed to third with a triple.
Really good swing. Let's hope that's that one big hit that we needed to fire these guys up offensively. Now sitting ourselves in a...
You know what, Neil? I'll have to get a thing up here.
You hear me say that a lot.
I'll have to keep game day up here. Orioles are going to win 5-1. Nice.
That is his swing, Matt. You said that the other day. When he gets his arms extended, he swings so much better.
For the Giants,
Big leagues, where it looks like the guy we've heard.
Lee, Adames, Devers, Ramos, Smith, Schmidt, Yastrzemski, Fitzgerald, Knizer. That's the Giants. Martinez now up for the Guardians.
Getting that pitch up and out over the strike zone. He's got to continue to keep that thought process here.
Chance to tie the game here. Ball upstairs, 1-0. Welcome in, fans of Green Bay Packers.
So many of the Guardians hitters right now trying to get it fired up, trying to turn things back in a positive direction. Just 8 for his last 52. Coming into it.
Strike right there on the corner.
Pitchers are playing on his aggression that Chris just talked about. We all know he's an aggressive hitter. Has to swing early in the count. And what happens after you go around the league for a little bit? Everyone knows that. They start throwing some better pitches the first pitch of the at-bats. So you're telling them a little patience may help.
Oh, just misses up top.
Really good take, standing him up. Really good chance he could come back with that changeup that we've been talking so much about. You have multiple options here. You can go back to the fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ray kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Take a seat over there.
Strike 3. Sit down over there, son.
This pitch, look at the downward movement on it. Not a lot on how Martinez is going to do with a pitch like that.
Not a good at bat with less than 2 outs. Mr. Thibodeau in the house.
Now they bring the infield all the way in. Cut of the grass around the horn. Austin Hedges at the plate. Trying to get Rodriguez.
Hedges at the plate now. Fly ball. Deep left field. Playable for the out. Runner's going to come home to score. Tie game.
He got a ball in the air and plenty deep enough. Great job right there by Austin Hedges. Does not normally get a lot of credit for his offensive prowess, more of a defensive catcher back there. But came up big time right there. Needed to get that run home, had to find a way to tie this baseball game up. Got to pitch something up that he could lift. Did exactly that.
2 outs here in the inning. Here comes Stephen Kwan. Strike right there. Kwan is 0 for 1. Ball down low. Anybody watching first time ever on the channel?
For you, when it's left on left, I'm sure there's conversations before the game, but how much are you going to push your left-handed pitcher to, hey, still use that changeup to the left-handed hitter? Don't abandon shit completely. Well, I think
ball in the dirt, 2-1.
It's also hitter dependent, right? In this particular case,
yeah, you can follow the ball. That's a good thing.
Pitch that he's comfortable throwing to lefties yet, even though it kind of has a little bit more of curveball or slider type movement to it, meaning moving down and away from a left-handed hitter. He just has so many other weapons that he can utilize. He doesn't necessarily have to go to that.
Down low for a ball, just misses.
Just missed. Really good take right there, too. Again, I think the game plan against Robbie Ray in particular, everything you need to swing at needs to be ups. You probably will see some pop-ups or fly balls.
Ball outside. There's a walk.
I'm going to ask you this question because Stephen Kwan just walked. But you're in that situation on the 2-1.
2 outs, 1 on. You like it, Jen?
You catch it. Maybe in the back of your mind, you think it's close enough to get called. But more importantly, you see your pitcher react. What's the conversation you have with the umpire as a catcher in that ball?
Here comes Thomas.
First thing I would do.
Strike on the corner.
If he says down, no big deal. Am I blocking you? Is it a position that I can get into? So you're never really trying to turn it on the umpire. Hey, you missed this call.
Damn cough.
I did something wrong.
Ball outside.
You're trying to create trust between the two of you. And well, if you come off as combative, of course. Well, first thing he's gonna
Jen did an amazing job with me tonight. Thought we had another great interview. Krusty, what do you think of this?
So where did you learn that?
Strike right there. 3D broadcast. You like it? It look good? And it's pretty good timed up. Like, watch this pitch when it comes in. And watch it. Look how close it is here now. Lefty kicks and deals.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. 9:40 tomorrow morning. I'll wake you up in the morning.
You remember how I said I didn't want to be an umpire? I don't
Love you. Good night. Ground ball hit over to short. Oh, Adames, E6. Everybody's safe.
Probably trying to figure out how much time he had to get late. Thomas, who gets down the line in a hurry.
Wow.
Split second. Well, that adds number 11, right? That's exactly right. That adds to his league leading 10 plus 1. That's 11 errors as a shortstop. Again, very sure-handed normally. I think he almost thought he was looking up to see if he had to play at second base as well, knowing he may not be able to get Thomas at first.
Here's Ramirez. Ball low, 1-0.
He takes the ball down and in.
More than Thomas, like you said, he's been sure-handed his whole career. He just wanted to get that big contract coming out here as he put more pressure on himself. He's never really been a shortstop that you worried about that way, Chris.
That's a great.
He gone that quickly.
The case, trying to
check swing. Did he go? Yep, he did. 1-1.
I don't think Sandy liked it either. He's hearing it from that Guardians dugout.
Fan says he likes the 3D mode.
Mike's very good natured, though. He would never throw anyone out. We need our politician with that.
Popped up foul.
I've never had a problem with him back then. Of course you did. Blue in bright spot. The lowest hits in the majors with 2 strikes. Jose Ramirez, 36 of them. Could use one here. Certainly could. Inside, not by much.
Inside the ball.
2-2. Jose just 1 for 10 in his career against Rodney Ray. What a great time to break out of this with something to get. He doesn't like it.
2-2 to Ramirez. Ground ball hit hard over to third. Up clean over to first. That'll get him. Leadoff triple comes in. Tie the game up. Game's tied at 1 here. Going to the bottom of the third. Like I said, the thing that I like here is the pitcher will be out on the mound in between innings. You'll be able to see his warm-up pitches. Like he's making his way to the mound now because that's what those blue spots are. The players going out. There he is, warming up. See? That's pretty cool.
Conrad, from the corner of great care and awesome people. And Conrad has the largest variety of trainers in every price.
Lee, Adames, and Devers do up. My first Rafael Devers view as a giant. A G-Man. G-Man. Let me get a pill. I'll be right back.
So I guess we're a taco place that's also a chicken place that's also the taco place.
Social Security started with a promise. You work hard, you pay in, so Social Security will be there for you. AARP has worked with our nation's leaders for more than 65 years to make sure America keeps that promise. And that will never change. Because you earned it. We'll never stop fighting to protect and strengthen Social Security for you, your kids, and grandkids. We're AARP. That's our promise to you.
Good deal.
Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Union Home Mortgage. Go to UHF.com to get connected with a mortgage expert. The Rock. Alcatraz. Good movie. Yeah. You ever been there? A couple of boys went there on the off day. David Fry. I was talking to him about it today.
All right, here we go. Left-handed batter in line. Almost gets hit. Get out of the way.
Then you get towards.
Saccone on the hill. Adames, your hitter. He almost got whacked.
Slade Saccone facing the order. Second time around now. Lee walked in the first, and that led.
Line drive hit hard. Base hit. Taken away by the short second baseman Martinez on the line drive. Moving to his left. That's an out. That ball was smoked. Martinez with a nice play there.
Getting that lead off out, somebody who's very pesky on the base pass with the heart and the beat of this lineup coming up right now, I think was a great start.
Here comes Adames.
Willie Adames with 1 out.
Ball. Oh, catches the corner. That was outside. Called a strike. Yeah, it's something different, Debbie. That's for sure. Ball outside, 1-1.
This year was at 2:30, and that was back in the middle of May, so almost exactly 1 month ago. And in his last 26 games, he's 13 for 100.
Strike right there on the corner, 1-2.
Got to take into consideration that new ballpark definitely plays into that, right? Outside versus Miller Park, where he's played. Tampa Bay before that, both of his ballparks were indoors.
Ball low, 2-2.
He was in the middle of everything they did. And so for him to sort of do a 180 in the wrong direction, sure, has to be a little puzzling. No doubt. I do.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of third.
He was the focal point of this offense where he wasn't necessarily that so much in Milwaukee.
Oh, just missed outside.
And that's always the beauty of baseball. Sometimes you look at players and, well, you plug a guy in here and you plug a guy in there. They're real people. These are not just cards. And it's exactly right.
Full count pitch. Ball 4 outside. He'll take the walk. Here comes Devers coming up.
The extra base hit short for Rafi Devers, 33 of them, and he sprays them all over the yard. Again, why he's one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball, because he is so good at utilizing the entire field. Up now in a big situation.
Devers 0 for 1, looking for his first hit as a Giant. Ball inside.
I'm glad you said those numbers, because remember when we started the season, like Oakland was like first 15, and when we first saw them in Cleveland, everybody was
ball inside, 2-0.
No one's asking that question anymore, man.
Well, the story really was not about so much about what was wrong with him as, right, why won't he do this? Who said what to who when? Third base, second base, first base, DH. DHing is extremely difficult, too.
That's a shot. Right center field, going to get up against the wall. That's going to score a run. It's going to be a double for Devers. His first hit is an RBI double. 2-1 Giants. You never heard of this guy pitching? That's not good.
Early in his tenure, you can see he pitched right out over the heart of the plate. And advantage count, just an absolute laser beam to Triple Valley. Why do you think left-handed hitters are feasting on his fastball? I think you saw the exact location that he just threw that ball.
That ball was center, dead part of the plate. That's going to happen. Pitch comes in.
Is another reason.
Ramos up there now.
Recently, in regards to Slade, that is it a pitch mix issue? Is it a location issue? I think it's a little bit of
Ramos to be followed by Smith. Ball upstairs, 1-1.
Take it back. Says Devers. You want the fastball away. Look where it ends up, though. Right down the middle. And a hitter like Devers, chances are you throw it down the middle like Jose Ramirez, he's not going to miss those.
Fly ball, right center field, back at the track. Going to be caught. Devers will hold at second. 2 outs here in the inning.
A little bit more. You can see the flags kind of playing into this a little bit here. Can't necessarily look at the flag, in particular, the American flag. You've got to check out.
Here comes Smith.
It's swirling all over.
That's exactly right.
Here and up there. You're right. That ball carried a lot more to right field than I think anyone down here thought it would.
You can see the wind.
Left-handed hitter.
Yeah, it's.
If you're new to us tonight, hit that subscribe. Say hello in the chat.
One thing at the plate, and then it gets in the air, and it's doing something completely opposite.
I don't know about you guys, it feels like the temperature's about 10, 15 degrees since we
just wait, bud. Wait till the fog starts rolling in.
Pitch comes in. That's a strike to start it out.
I'm holding on strong.
Dominic Smith, 1 for 1.
San Francisco's first run.
Ball down low, 1-1.
Again, you can see the Guardians infield playing Dominic Smith to the hole.
1-1 pitch coming in from Saccone. Popped up foul. So going to stay in play? No, it's well out of play.
Was supposed to be it. So many times you see defensive alignments We forget they're that way because we're pitching guys a certain way. A lot of times, you see pitchers get upset when you have the defensive alignment the way this is, particularly if it's a ground ball right to where the third baseman should be standing.
1-2 coming in. Ground ball foul.
You guesstimate a hitter will look at that defensive alignment and quickly deduce how you're going to pitch him, and then maybe alter what he normally does at the plate to try and beat the shift.
Well, how quickly they understand what's trying to happen is 100% of the time. How many guys actually change their swing is probably about 5. Oh, wow.
Ball down low.
You're so groomed to do the same thing over and over again.
And not only that, as a hitter what your strengths and weaknesses are. Yes, if a pitch determines I can utilize the other side of the field, or however the shift, playing opposite of the shift, absolutely, I'm going to try to.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Guys get paid to hit homers, and until they stop rewarding guys for that.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Take a seat over there, would you?
But the Giants regain the lead 2-1 after 3.
Strike 3. Sit down over there, son.
Go to the 4th.
Hello, everyone. It's Chris with Park Hopper Choppers. If you're headed down to Central Florida and you need a mobility scooter, give us a call, 407-989-9618. We can bring it right to your resort, right to the park, or right to your Airbnb, no problem. We were voted best mobility scooter rental in Central Florida by my mom. Give us a call.
Every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, the Disney News and Merch Show comes to your living room. Join us as we bring you the latest updates from around the Disney parks, including brand new merchandise, exciting food offerings, and all the up-to-date news you need. Don't miss the Disney magic right here on the Pete McDevitt Show.
SFGvsCLE Travel is an upscale travel design and consulting firm specializing in curating ultra-luxurious travel destinations designed specially for business professionals, focusing to deliver the once-in-a-lifetime experience that will create lasting memories, encompassing adventures in Europe or the Americas, luxurious river cruises, relaxing beach getaways, or detailed trips to Disney locations worldwide. SFGvsCLE Travel personalizes the experience. What rich and exciting moments do you want to create for yourself this year? Well, start writing your story with SFGvsCLE Travel today.
Boat guard today.
All right, coming back in.
Guardians TV presented by Progressive. 2-1 Giants.
2-1. Giants lead here, top of 4. Fry's going to lead it off.
Giants lead it. 4th inning, David Fry.
Ray on the hill. Popped up down the right field line. It's going to get out of play and foul.
It's out of play. Chris, I look at David Fry and I think he is in such an odd situation in that experience-wise, he's still.
Kyan Murphy, hello. How are you? Welcome in.
Counting on him to do, hit in the middle of the order. And so he's coming off this injury. He's joining the club not quite mid-season, but a lot of games under the bridge already at this point. So he's still trying to get into a rhythm. Yet they're throwing right in.
Ground ball. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic thing that you bring up. But I do believe
foul ball.
Just having
tap toward the dugout.
Around in the clubhouse on the flight.
1-2.
The dugout. That is what the Guardians team missed a ton of. Yes, they missed his offensive production, of course, and that will come with time. And there's no doubt he's probably putting a little extra pressure on himself.
Ball in the dirt. 2-2.
Knowing that this Guardians offense has.
Is this AI? No, it's not AI.
I think he's level-headed enough to understand I have to continue to go out there and focus on what I'm supposed to do, the pitches that I'm trying to attack, and attack his plan every single time.
Line drive, left field, going to be tough to get to. Down. It's going to get past him, down into the corner. It's going to roll around. That's going to be a double. Is he going to go for 3? No. He's going to pull the trailer up at second base. That's a double. Lead off double.
like seeing the big man run.
Here comes Santana. You got the heart of the order coming up. You don't run yourself out.
Swing, change up down, middle part of the plate, keeps his hands.
Went down and got it.
Baseball.
Look where this bounces, guys. Where it bounces, it looks like it almost went over.
I think it would have.
Is that a dead ball?
That should have been a dead ball.
No,
It's not.
Part of the field in that situation.
Ball outside to Santana. First pitch.
Me too. I thought I saw the same thing. But it makes sense. The net's there to continue to play it.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
1-1 to count. This is one of those situations.
Let's try to get 5 or 6 subs tonight. Try to get up to that 350 mark. Come on, YouTube. Share us out.
Shorten up as this count goes along.
Ball upstairs. Just misses.
I got lucky on that one, too.
2-1.
It was a little high in the estimation of Nicholas, the home plate umpire.
So just let him keep thinking that was high.
As long as it stays there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ground ball to the middle. Base hit. Runner coming around third. He's going to score. Tie game that quickly.
You saw strike one, him really take an opportunity to try to drive something out of the ballpark. Does a really good job with multiple strikes on him. Shorten his swing up, breaking ball that stays up, out over the plate. Again, using the big part of the field, not trying to do too much. Veteran hitter right there.
Here comes Arias.
Now Gabriel Arias struck out his first time up. He swings through a high fastball.
First pitch is a strike. 233 on the year with 4 home runs he's hitting.
Robbie Ray said, "You're going to keep swinging it. I'll just keep throwing it up there." So he held up.
1-1. He did not go in that.
A lot of times with young hitters, they will continue to expand their strike zone.
Ball down low. 2-1.
I know Arias likes the ball away. He likes it up. Sure. But there's a fine line, and he's not picking that ball up, obviously. Yet it's too high out of the strike zone.
Thank you, Rinser.
He just blew it by him.
Gabby did a really good job of laying off that changeup pitch before. That ball started a little bit higher up.
Laying off that top pitch. It's crazy.
Try and shorten his swing up and utilize his strength.
Santana running in.
Santana was running. He fouls it off.
But fouled it straight back. That was tailor-made. Santana would be standing on third base right now.
Certainly was. You can see the picture. It's a fastball. It's up and it's out over the plate, and that's really his honey hole.
Yeah. We've seen him do a lot of damage with that pitch in particular, but not that time. And he strikes out.
Goes down swinging right there. That's an out. 1 out.
And we're going to learn from Ford.
Steer Northeast Ohio 48 years, home of the best-selling trucks for 48 years straight.
Here comes Rodriguez. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored.
Triple to right center field to lead off the third inning, leading the Cleveland Switch.
Ball in the dirt.
Robbie Ray goes down and in, pushing back a little bit.
Fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 4th here.
And that pitch is tailor-made for him. He likes to extend the arms and drive the ball to the other field. I wouldn't think there are a lot of lefties that feast in. They'll cut it in. Back foot sliders to right-handed.
Ball in the dirt. Kicks away from the catcher, but he pounces on it pretty quick.
I've actually been surprised that Robbie Ray has utilized the outer part of the plate against a lot of these Guardians righties today. Because a majority of the time, that is his throw, though. It's hard into those righties. It's slider off of it, and then using that changeup. He's changed
2-1.
a little bit today.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Swing at the
Ball 2-2. Again, part of that is making your daily adjustments. You know, he's been in the video room. He's obviously identified something out of this group that he feels like he can take advantage of. And it potentially saves that fastball in, that slider in for later on in the game.
2-2 is your score. 2-2 is your count. Throw to first, runner's back.
San Francisco Giants television analyst and longtime major league pitcher. He said that what you learn as a pitcher going through that lineup that third time, and if you're lucky, fourth time, sure. Nowadays that does, but you learn how to pitch. You're exactly right. Because you might outstuff guys one time, two times through the order.
Ground ball tap to the pitcher. Ray goes to second. He'll get the out. He gets the force at second. Wow. It's kind of crazy to go there on the pitch.
Maybe your stuff isn't quite as crisp, as sharp, so that's when you have to learn how to, okay, how can I take him off of something? How can I finesse my way through? And he said that's part of the art of pitching that is being taken away from some of these young starters because of pitch counts and just the increased usage of the bullpen.
You're absolutely right. The increased usage of the bullpen, also the way game planning is.
Martinez, second baseman out there.
Your best stuff for pitch one in your best location. And there's really not saving much for later on.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Because if we can get the starter to go 5 innings of throwing his best stuff in his best location, we've got 4 other guys in the bullpen that either throw.
Anybody brand new in here for the first time checking out our channel?
And again, we're just going to attack strengths.
Line drive, base hit center field. Runners at first and second now with 2 away.
And that was a good swing for Angel right there, too. It's nice to see him shorten up, be very under control. You can see it's, again, a pitch out over the plate. Him just being short, real direct to the baseball. Nice and short. That's the type of hitter he needs to get back to becoming.
Here is Austin Hedges, who drove in Cleveland's first run with a sacrifice fly. Hit the ball well, hit it to deep left field onto the warning track.
First pitch is a ball.
Back. And on the fastball.
Tough pitch, really good pitch right there. Robbie Ray again now opens up so much of the plate. You can double back up in there. You can go even higher up and in. You have any breaking ball you want to throw below the strike zone.
Oh, foul straight back.
Run for that foul ball.
Reggie knows a little something about that too.
Sadly, he does. He heard it, so he was checking on Kisner right away. So that's correct.
Ryan Rowe, how you doing, buddy? You like the new look?
Kisner might need to check that.
Got to get to bed. Oh, that stinks. That happens.
That's always fun when you get back to the dugout and you look and you say, holy cow.
Yeah.
Ball down low, 1-2.
Hedges did a nice job there. He spit on that changeup, saw it dip low.
Hedges with a chance here to drive in the go-ahead run. Ball outside, 2-2. Even gets the umpire clean to the plate. It does, yeah.
Well, if I'm Austin Hedges, I'm looking for something up and in the heart of the plate right here. Probably going to be a fastball. If he triples up, you tip your cap.
Popped it up behind second base. Well, drive careful, Ryan. Drive careful. That's going to end the inning, but the Guardians tie it up. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Tie game.
Tanner Miney wants to be the guy everybody depends on. Got him swinging on a good-looking curve. Boy, he's got it going tonight. 96 pitches, 7 outs.
I'm liking this new 3D look, I think. Can even see the pitcher warming up in between innings, like I was saying earlier. That's what you're seeing right now. The pitcher will show up on the mound in just 1 second here before the next pitch. Dun, 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 dun,
With the power of choice, Toyota's lineup offers the most electrified hybrid and all-wheel drive choices out there, like the best-selling Tacoma with up to 326 horsepower and the built-to-the USA Tundra. Now get 2.99 APR financing on a new 25-ton truck or the last of the 24 Tacomas, or lease this new 25.
I love how you can see the infielders warming up too.
That's the power.
See the ball being thrown across the field, fielding it, throwing it over to first. Third baseman fielding that one. That's pretty cool.
All customers get a profit boost so you can take your winnings to new heights when you bet on the long ball. So turn any long shot into a shot at victory. Bring moments to life every Tuesday, all season long, with the profit boost. Only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Good look at the Guardians Stadium right there.
Well, you can check out Progressive Field's newest premium location, KeyBank North Coast Social. Enjoy upscale dining and premium bar inside the private space or catch the action from your terrace box.
Ball outside to start.
Book your North Coast Social experience at premium.CLE Gardens.
Schmidt up there as your hitter. Guardians want a 1-2-3 inning here is what they want. Ball outside.
And you'd love to see Slade really attack the strike zone here, Guardians.
We'll find out, Rincer. I'll know more about it as we go along. Strike right down the middle.
Right there. This guy is going to find his way on. That's something that I'm talking about him with. If I'm Austin Hedges, I'm showing those nonverbal signs where you're back there, you're trying to instill some confidence in him.
Strike right there. 3-2.
Yes, it was. You can see Austin Hedges set up. There is so much that goes into it from a pitcher's mentality standpoint. He sees.
You don't want to lead off walk, that's for sure.
And you're showing some assertiveness. Hey, I want it right here. That's a strike. Nope.
No, ball 4. Wow.
And it was tailing. Thought it was going to come back, and it just didn't quite get back over the plate.
Reggie did a good job of catching it, bringing it in, really dominating the baseball right there.
Michael Johnson, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Ciccone in 4 innings. Second time he's off the leadoff man. And there's Mike Yastrzemski. Struck out his first time up.
Line drive, base hit to left. First and second now, nobody out.
The Giants have their first two aboard in the fourth.
Well, this is just a flat-out really good swing. Good job on Slade for tackling strikes when that ball's in the middle third of the plate. Hands and barrels stay inside of it. Nice swing with a bullet the other way.
And up comes Tyler Fitzgerald.
Potential bunt situation right here. Get yourself as a second, third.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Fitzgerald. Way out in front. I thought he might be bunting.
Let that swing fool you. I still say this is a potential bunt situation here.
He squares.
There's your bunt. Only play is first. He gets the out. 1 away. Runners advance. Got to pitch his way out of this inning.
Here's what I will ask you. Just purely from a strategical standpoint, why give up an out for
easily the weakest hitter in your lineup. Well, I think even though he's hitting ninth, this is still a major league hitter. You got to have confidence in a guy hitting on the 9 hole to be able to put a ball in play.
Popped up. That could be big if they can get the out. They will. Caught behind the plate. That's an out. 2 outs in the inning.
He's a great manager. That's a great question. But we see this a lot, right, Dre, where you run at the bottom of the lineup for a guy who's not. You're helping him. If he was an RBI man, he would be back down there. Trust me, I was the guy bunting for the RBI guy. I know what you're talking about.
I think it's a great baseball conversation, though, because look, Gart's got on the board because their 9 guy was able, Hedges was able to drive the ball to left field, get a run in, so it happens. But we play
curveball to Lee. That's a strike.
The percentage to say I'd rather go with that guy than this guy.
And I think, at least to this point in the year, Bob Melvin knows a thing or two about Guard's ball. That's the Giants have kind of been doing it. They've averaged more runs per game than Cleveland, but a lot of their offensive numbers.
Ball upstairs, 1-1.
They win a lot of one-run games.
A ton about.
So it plays right into it. They're averaging 5.4 games over the last 11, but like I said in the open, the previous 16 before that, they were only averaging 2 runs per game. Sound familiar?
Another thing, too.
Ground ball over to short. Going to be a tough play. Got him by a step. That'll end the inning.
Giants squander a golden opportunity to take the lead. 2-2 through 4.
2-2 through 4. We'll be right back here in a moment.
Come check out the Zip-a-Dee-Doo Doug YouTube channel. Start your week right with Coffee Talk. Doug and Scallywag Steve for Disney news and what Disney YouTube creators are live for the day. Need a midweek pick-me-up? Hump Day Hangout is your go-to for hilarious banter, games, and the perfect escape from the workweek blues. And join Monorail Molly, Kelsey Elizabeth, and Doug for Shade Room Runway for the latest styles, fierce looks, and a runway show you won't want to miss. Whether you're looking for a laugh, a dose of inspiration, or just a good time, come check out the coolest YouTube channel out there, Zip-a-Dee-Doo Doug.
This is Mama Mouse.
And Kelly.
From Myers and the Mouse YouTube channel.
When we can't be in the parks, we listen to Magic of the Mouse Radio. When you can't be at Disney, you should come visit us on YouTube for Disney fun, Disney live streams,
and Disney shopping and DIY crafts.
Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
And Mondays at 12:30 Eastern Time. Keep Myers and the Mouse in your house. Have a magical day.
Hi there, my name is Allie from Cinder Allie Loves Disney. On my channel, I share Disney pins, items from my collection. I do unboxings, movie reviews, Disney park vlogs, and more. We have so much fun. Be sure and stop by and say hi. Let me know you heard about me from the Pete McDivitt Show. And as always, make it a Disney day.
Make it a Disney day. Top of the 5th coming up.
Tens of thousands of families into homes every year.
Thank you, Jeannie, for hitting the links, helping Debbie out. I appreciate that.
To your family and to yourself. Hi, Tom. That's me. We like her. Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept.
Here comes Quan to start it off here.
Another Cleveland Guardians players, All-Stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star Ballot daily or visit MLB.com.
Debbie, that link's already in there.
Certainly a crowded field in the outfield for the American League, but Stephen Kwan.
Thank you.
Overall in the league in batting average entering play tonight. Certainly
Yeah, if Jeannie handles the links, you can handle the stats. That'd be great.
Well on his way to the midsummer.
That's great teamwork. I appreciate it.
Fourth overall in voting right now.
When I look at voting, it looks like Quan is getting some respect after going last.
Stephen Kwan, 2 balls, no strikes.
The country's starting to know not only is it what he does with the bat, but what he does with the glove.
Yeah. Chop foul.
Ground ball foul, 2-1.
I was talking to him earlier. He goes, dude. He goes, you know I love you. Can we just talk? Can we get to Sacramento?
I get a whole video crew following.
Yeah, he's got and I mean, he appreciates it. This is his place that he came to. Him and Stephen both. This is their home park growing up as kids.
Ball inside. Quan's fast. You don't want to walk this kid.
I talked to Bodie's dad today.
Yeah. Randy
was showing me exactly where they used to have seasons.
Yeah, he showed me too. And Randy wanted to tell you about the golf game too, didn't he?
That's true. Down low.
Ball down low. Takes a walk.
Cleveland. Third consecutive inning. They've had their
These Giant uniforms are kind of wild looking, don't you guys think?
2 innings.
Summer of love type feel.
Brings a smile to Stephen Vogt's face. It should. Lane Thomas coming up, reached on an error his last time at the plate.
Popped up, right field. That's going to be playable. Yeah, Stribsky will make the catch. That's an out.
You know, that shot of Vogt, obviously there was somebody made a funny remark or something that got him in that jovial mood in that moment. But I was thinking as we saw him there, he's probably got the perfect presence and personality to help steer the team through the current funk that they're in. Because if he were uptight and showing that he was uptight, or if he was doing something out of character, the players would all pick up on that. But
Ramirez takes a strike right down the middle.
Repeating the same refrain,
right down the pipe.
And relax, enjoy. He is the perfect guy to lead a group of men through a situation like this. He did it not only throughout his entire career, but he is quite comical.
Ramirez pops it up, right field. Sorry, left field. Playable, that's an out.
The other comment he made to me, and we had it on air with him not talked about it, he tells us guys, we got to work hard regardless. Right, Chris? It's like, exactly. Even if we were, if our record, we'd won the last 6 in a row, I'd still be on these guys. We got to come out.
Here comes Fry. He's been hot lately.
No matter what the win-loss record is. So it's like, let's get through this. It's a part of the season. Every team goes through it. But we got to work.
I mean, the two things you can't control are your attitude and your effort. And the effort that these guys put on a daily basis, nobody could question.
Strike right there, first pitch. Catches the corner.
Go ahead and run at first base, but with 2 down, Juan will be off at the crack of the bat if David Fry can find an alley here. Fry doubled into the left field corner in the 4th inning. Back to the screen. That was a good swing. I'm sure David Fry would love to have that pitch back. Put a really good swing on it. You can see the ball mark there on his bat. As a catcher, you look up and you see that, you say, wow, we got away with one.
The senator has been teaching us that one.
Throw to first, runner's back.
Time enough when to run on Robbie Ray. So far, the Guardians haven't been able to take advantage of it, though.
Well, Sandy doesn't get enough credit. He is one of the best in baseball and one of the hardest working first base coaches in baseball. He is really, really good over there at finding little tells from guys like that. High.
Ball upstairs, 1-2.
In particular against the lefties, you're going first move. So if there's any sort, of lean or just a little tick that you see, he's on it. He's got these guys aware of it. There goes Juan.
Juan goes strike 3. Takes it right there. Good gravy. That'll end the inning. Tied at 2. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Good game going on here. Adames, Devers, and Ramos due up.
You good? Absolutely. Maybe we stop for snacks? Strawberries? Okay.
Holding on for a hero. Great song. I need a hero.
Master anything with the fastest wireless speeds from Spectrum. Shop every team in town. College and pro. Come on, it's time to go. Play ball, Cleveland. Shop the latest your favorite brands and throwback designs.
Background.
For every fan. The Cleveland Guardians, the Cavaliers, the Browns and Buckeyes make us cheer. Rally House. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House. Shop Home Run Styles in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
Ooh, I don't think they take that very.
Of course they take Discover. We're stuck in the past, baby.
You're the one who owns 13 pairs of parachute pants?
And these are my 14th.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Back here in San Francisco, where the Guardians and Giants are tied at 2. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. And leading off is Willie Adames.
Willie Adames to lead it off.
And Slade Ciccone misses inside with the fastball. So the Guardians have had their leadoff man aboard in 3 straight innings. And the Giants have had their leadoff man aboard.
Line drive right at the second shortstop. It's going to get through for a base hit. Adames smoked that ball.
It's going to be a tricky hop and a tough play for Arias.
Well, this certainly is not an easy play. There's a little bit of topspin to this baseball. Not much else Gabriel Arias could do to that. Tries to kind of stuff it and pick it on the way up.
Here comes Devers.
Really close to actually throwing that ball cleanly. You know he's got plenty of arm to get the ball over to first base now. Now Rafael Devers sucked an RBI.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
His last time off his first hit, an RBI as a Giant, making his San Francisco debut here tonight. Just a couple of weeks ago, the Giants had one of the worst first base situations in baseball. And now they got to figure out if Rafael Devers is going to fit into the mix. That includes Wilmer Flores and Dominic Smith. He was taking ground balls there earlier this afternoon.
Ball inside.
He's DHing tonight, and you have to imagine that primarily that would be his role.
I would imagine so. And I think, too, it would be a really tough ask to ask him to come out here his first game in the new ballpark and play first base.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swung right over it.
Elliot Ramos, who's on deck, is Dominic Smith. And Dominic Smith was briefly teammates with Devers in Boston. And, you know, he was just saying that he admires everything about Devers that goes on behind him.
1-2.
People don't see the work.
Fouls that one straight back.
I think, too, the media has really not cast the light on that in a helping matter. You know what I mean? Given everything that was going on in Boston. And we don't know the entire story of it, but
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Go take a seat over there.
Really good pitch by Ciccone with 2 strikes. He had it down and didn't let him get back into the at-bat.
Well, you can see the sequence here. He starts him off with it almost looks like a BP fastball. Then he goes right to the big breaking ball. Slider, breaking ball, fastball at the top part of the strike zone to reset the trap, and right back to that slider that has been borderline unhittable this year for left-handed hitters.
6 strikeouts for Slade Ciccone.
Carlin Kiko, hello.
Back in the first inning.
Hope you're doing well. Ciccone out on the hill, 79 pitches in right now. 1-0 pitch coming to Ramos with 1 away. Popped up high in the air. Left fielder Quan coming over. He'll make the play. 2 outs here in the inning.
With 2 down here in the 5th, we'll pause for a word from Cleveland Clinic.
When you make complexities your specialties, you redefine what's possible for every care in the world.
Smith, the left-handed hitter, coming up now.
As Ciccone approaches 80 pitches here now on the night, you got to figure there's still plenty in the tank. But because this has been that portion of the game where he's
swing and a miss, strike 1.
No doubt about it. See the velo on that last pitch? It's 69 miles an hour. He slowed it up for a first pitch right there with that curveball.
I think he's got to be careful with that because I noticed it right out of his windup.
Okay, so you can see it.
Oh boy, that's hit well, but playable at the wall, caught it. That'll end the inning. Ciccone works his way out of it. We're going to the 6th on the channel. Be right back here in just a moment. Dun, dun, dun.
People will come, and they'll watch the game. And it'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, and erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again.
Make it major. Thank you for joining us. We hope you're loving the broadcast so far. If you haven't already, take a moment to like the stream and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on future shows. Now, back to the man himself. Here's Pete with more of the Pete McDevitt Show.
All right, coming here, top of the 6th inning coming up. Santana, Arias, and Rodriguez coming up.
Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries, and official partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Call 1-800-ELK Ohio. I can almost hear Tony Bennett's voice in the back room. Beautiful shot of the Bay Bridge. 2-2. Our score.
Ball outside, 1-0.
Carlos Santana knocked down the Guardians' last run with a signal in the.
No, I think that's just the technology. And quicksand's funny, though. That's good. Popped up high in the air behind second base. Second baseman goes all the way out there, makes the play. I think it's just with when they switch batters or make the changes, I think that they just disappear off the screen. Or when they put them in there, they come up that way. I guess. I don't know. But that's funny.
The game to see him back on the mound, and Giancarlo Stanton return to the lineup for the Yankees.
It's still, I still think it's pretty cool. It's a lot different than just looking at a screen with nothing, you know. We got it timed up pretty good right now, so it's pretty much right as I'm calling it. Arias up. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 again. Is Arias going to get a golden umbrella here? Or the golden sombrero? I don't know. Quicksand. That's great. That's what we're going to call it. 0-2 pitch coming from Ray. Fouled it straight back.
I think you're going to continue to see the Dodgers be creative in the fact that they're going to use him as an opener.
I'm sure over time they'll perfect this. They just came out with this, apparently, is what I was told. So, ground ball foul. 0-2 still.
I don't know what's wrong with trying to use him as a bullpen guy. I think he'd be a great closer. I think everybody in Major League Baseball thinks the same thing. The problem you run into is if he's on base in, say, the 8th or 7th inning and you need to use him, sitting there, he's getting away. That's right.
Fly ball, driving it right center field, way back at the track. Gone! Home run! I'm going to play the Orioles one just because I want to.
Cause I'm TNT, I'm dynamite. TNT, and I'll win that fight. TNT, I'm a power load.
3-2, Guardians take the lead. Man, he came back from being 2 strikeouts tonight to blast that one to right center.
Fantastic swing. We talked about it as
that was a shot.
That is his nitro zone. Boy, did he
Rodriguez now up.
That ball went a long way. Remember, Chris, his last
ball outside, 1-0.
Some pitches up and away to hit that direction, but he was just off, right? Just a tick late.
Ball down low, 2-0. Ray is at 98 pitches for the Giants, so They got to be looking to the bullpen soon.
Well, that's not cliche. That's the absolute truth.
Line drive, foul down the right field line, 2-1.
Nobody wants to hear how close you almost. You're right. Nobody wants to hear that. Almost is the story of a lot of people's careers. I almost
1 for 2 with a triple and a sacrifice. Strike right there, 2-2.
That was just such an impressive swing. Again, it shows you the type of power. You can see Albie giving him a hard time. I mean, at any point in time, he's the most talented player on the field every day.
Just use Jessica instead, yes.
Rodriguez thrown out 2.
I cannot get to those emojis.
For now, it's our Union Home Mortgage playing the game. It's fastball up and over.
I apologize for that, but I'll go with Jessica Rabbit for you. That's a good one.
Look at him stay behind the ball. Watch who catches it in the bullpen. What is his hat? Kobe out. Kobe out. Nice.
Ground ball over to short. Up over to first. Got him. That'll end the inning. The Guardians take the lead. 3-2. This is Argent Black. All right, we'll make do tonight. I apologize. I should have did them before the interview. My mind was so focused on the interview this afternoon that it slipped my mind about these emojis. That's my fault.
I use PayPal to buy this ticket, paying it off over time. No fees, no interest.
You know what else is no interest? Me.
You can pay your own.
Pay your own way.
The captain needs you back in the hotline.
Oh, yeah, sir.
Okay, Noah's going to make a fire. Our job is to let him do it by himself.
Middle of the 6th. This game's moving right along, too.
Challenge young homeowners turning into their parents.
Ooh, not a great start. You need to turn it. You got to turn it. What's structurally sound here?
Tom, they can't help themselves.
A fire started?
Okay. Cavemen, they built fires with nothing but their wits.
Hold on.
Hands.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Yeah, watch this.
Onboard Wi-Fi that goes wherever you go. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Lease the Hyundai Elantra SE for $209 a month, or get $1,500 bonus cash on the Hyundai Elantra Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Do I have the S?
Well, the Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen has been made. Stephen Vogt going to Matt Festa here in inning number 6. Slade Ciccone had only made 82 pitches through 5 innings. But he's going to go to the bullpen and try to protect this 1-run lead. Festa has the bottom part of the order. Casey Schmidt leads it off.
All right, Festa in there now. First pitch is a ball outside.
A lot of those cutters, again, with the day off yesterday, this bullpen is completely rested, ready to rock. You get Slade out on a positive note with the lead.
Are you sure about that, Chris? I know you asked him.
I did ask him just to make sure.
Chris is doing his job. He goes to Boder. He's like, "Hey, your pit good today?" And Boder just gave him this blank look. He's like, "Were we off yesterday, Chris?"
Ground ball to second baseman Angel Martinez.
Martinez fields that one. That's an out.
T-Mobile coverage cam. Slade Ciccone struck out a half dozen in 5 innings of work. Walked 3, 4 hits allowed. High fastball to Decker.
I'm on computer. There we go.
Breaking ball at Schmidt. Look at that. My goodness. Talking about a young man that can absolutely spin it with the best of them. But a bloop shot over the head of Ramirez.
Bloop base hit over the head of Ramirez. That's going to be 2 for Yastrzemski as he floats into second base.
rest of the game, if not the
Quan got to that ball quick, too.
Comes out, you can see Mr. Yastrzemski is absolutely busting it right out of the box, kind of sniffed the double out of that. Part that won't get realized, you see Stephen Quan come up, initially make a great throw. That ball sailed on him a little bit. Angel Martinez saved.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's
Potential disastrous situation.
Well, Tyler Fitzgerald sacrificed both his last time up. He won't be going in here, and he swings through it. Off-speed pitch. It's great.
Sometimes as a pitcher, that can be so frustrating. You execute a pitch, just you either beat the shift or you find some grass like that.
How many times do we see guys take a swing like the strokes you just did on that hit, and they don't even know where the ball's at?
A lot.
They're looking around. They can't even. I mean.
All right, there you go. If you guys refresh it, you've got all the stuff you want.
Kate Smith is getting hot.
Just need to refresh. Popped up. Santana over. Can't make the play. That's a foul ball.
Got to protect my neck. That's right. First and foremost, sir. Save yourself first.
Cade Smith, right-hander in the bullpen, getting loose. Cade Smith.
Sesta has Fitzgerald down at the count 1-2.
Look to expand the strike zone here.
Ball inside. Almost gets him swinging. Does he? No. 2-2.
Pitch that now resets the eye level. Again, we talk about having and loving multiple options as a catcher, as a pitcher. You can use that slide.
All the emojis are reset. Just refresh, and you'll get them.
Looks like you see Austin Hedges setting up out over the plate away.
Check swing. Did he go? Strike 3. Take a seat over there, son. That's an out.
Nothing for you. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
It stands you up. When you're thinking over the plate like you just saw right there with the perfect kick breaking ball, you're not expecting that pitch. The next thing you know, it's up and in. It's a
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. Looks like they're going to the bullpen and get Smith.
See this pitch start in a different location. That's what setting up the next pitch can do for them.
All right, here's the first big.
It's just how we do it here.
All right, Smith coming in for the guards here. Runner on second. They're going to try to hold him there. Looks like Johnson going to be your pitch hitter unless they change it. Big Johnson. I remember that used to be a shirt that was big down at the Ocean City Ballpark thing. All along the boardwalk and the park and everything. Big Johnson t-shirts. I don't know if that was a thing anywhere else or just a Maryland thing.
Like the best-selling RAV4 and the super fuel-efficient RAV4 Hybrid. Now get 4.99 APR financing on a new 25 RAV4 or 5.99 on RAV4 Hybrid. Or lease this gas-powered RAV4 for $329 a month with 2 years no-cost maintenance included. That's the power of choice. Toyota. Let's go places.
All right, Smith is ready.
Kate Smith coming on to pitch for Cleveland.
Johnson coming up there. Hello, Curtis family. Cade Smith, 32 games, 2.32 ERA, 10 walks, 47 Ks. Opponents hitting 202 against him. Ball upstairs.
Past here now. Get this third and final out.
Jet Johnson, who spent 2 months playing in Mexico, trying to get his way back.
Ball outstairs. 2-0.
It wasn't exactly a direct route. Circuitous as it may have been, he went from Caliente de Durango to signing a minor league deal with the Giants in May.
Ground ball foul.
Well, here he is getting an opportunity. The Vallejo native started Jesse Bethel High School with the Jaguars to the postseason for the first time in that school's history.
He can hit. I saw him take Kirby Yates the other night. Yeah,
Ball upstairs, 3-1.
It's so cool that he had to go through all of this and get to play here in front of his family after going to the place I just talked about.
5th round pick of the Washington Nationals in 16, traded to the Guardians in 18.
Swing and a miss, strike 2, 3-2 now. He threw that right by him.
His dream is to play in the big leagues. He realized that dream, but it came in an empty Progressive Field during the pandemic season 2020.
I feel like so many players kind of fell through the cracks because of the pandemic year. We just didn't get the same opportunity because we didn't have that many games.
Payoff pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. That'll end the inning right there. That was pretty.
Strike 3, you're out.
Going to the top of the 7th. Top of the 7th.
So let's party. But shouldn't we wait another year for the big 250? Like George and the boys should have waited another year for the disco on the Delaware? Come on. We the people don't wait to keep it juicy. Never have. Heck, we partied in Boston with just tea.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't wait for round numbers. So happy big 249, America, from Johnsonville. Let's keep it juicy.
Use M-Perks every time you shop and get the right reward at the right time.
Use some money. We just
Dun, dun, dun.
Journey. That's the good life. We do more to make life
7th inning up there.
at Meyer.
Toyota gives you the power of choice. With more electrified hybrid choices than anyone else.
Like this new all-hybrid Camry.
And the stylishly fun-to-drive Corolla. Now,
Dun, 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 dun.
APR financing on a new 25 gas-powered Corolla. Or any new Camry. Lease a Corolla from $219 a month. Or Camry from $289 a month. With 2 years no-cost maintenance included. That's the power of choice. Toyota. Let's go places.
Is Alex. Hey, pal. You know who's,
See, Dad? Birthday, Alex. That's so sweet. You remembered.
It's all connected.
That's a great commercial. That's a great commercial. Eric Miller coming into pitch, replacing Robbie Ray.
Won't be transmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians. Austin Hedges leads off the 7th inning, and a new pitcher for the San Francisco Giants, lefty Eric Miller. One of 2.
All right, the lefty Miller is in. Right-hander Hedges, here we go. First pitch, fouls it off.
3-0 and 29 appearances with a 114 earned run average. The crazy thing I can't reconcile, Chris, is how do you walk 18 guys, and yet he hasn't really gotten in trouble for it?
Well, this guy is one of the kings of this bullpen of weak contact. You can see there's a little bit of angle there that comes along with it. It's fastball slider. It's very, very heavy velo.
1 ball, 2 strikes here to Hedges real quick.
23 innings, 20 hits, 18. That's 38 base runners in 23 innings.
Right.
And he's given them 3 earned runs in 3 runs. So it's not like, oh, well, he gave up a lot of earned runs. No.
Line drive. Oh, what a play at second. 1 hopper up the middle. Just stole a base hit away. Fitzgerald with a nice play.
He is beside himself.
We don't get that many opportunities as backup catchers. You need all those. That's not a glove. That's a Hoover vacuum. Look at that. What a play. Just a really good job keeping his body weight low. You can see leading with the heel of that glove.
And my rough ass.
One out here in the seventh. Curveball to Kwan's a strike.
That many guys on base, sooner or later, it might get you.
Yeah, what's his expected ERA? Right. I can look it up for you if you want.
No, Matty. I like it, Matty. Good to call that.
Ball outside, 1-1.
Well, if you leave now, it's going to be quick. There's 36,222 people you got to navigate through if you wait till the end.
Ground ball foul, 1-2.
Stephen Kwan, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He has walked twice.
Looks like that umpire's wearing some Chuck Taylors. Ball inside, 2-2.
Another thing, Eric Miller is very, very difficult on left-handed hitters. You can see, I mentioned the fastball breaking ball combination. That slider has been devastating to lefties so far. Right back to him.
Ground ball off the pitcher's hand. He'll throw to first, picks it up out of the dirt. That's an out. 2 outs here in the inning.
Here's a good vantage point. Certainly is. Caught him off just a bit. He was over towards the third base side, but he didn't panic. Went over there, grabbed the ball with his bare hand. Made a somewhat catchable flip. Domino credit. Somewhat catchable.
Did help him out.
Yes, he did. Lane Thomas, 0 for 2.
Lane Thomas swings at a ball down low. That's a strike. Oh, what a play at third. Schmidt takes away a base hit on a line drive. You got to be kidding me. Nice defense. No, Jen, I'm going to try to find his Instagram tomorrow. Try to send him a note on Insta. Tushar, welcome in. They could. Wait and see how it's going to be played out. Triple Crown Conversations, welcome in. I think Instagram would be the best way for me to find him, Jen.
Guardians lead. Kate Smith got the last out of the 6th inning.
Here comes Lee. Smith in there to finish it out.
And retired the pinch hitter Daniel Johnson, so he'll stay on to pitch the 7th. Top of the order for San Francisco.
Strike on the corner, 1-1.
Francisco's first run in the first inning. Since then, he has lined out, grounded out.
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Now we've got a timeout for a ball that got loose out of the Guardians' bullpen. Just a brief delay. We're right back to it.
Fly ball, center field. Oh, nice play. What's an out? One away.
Round number one. They had Jung-Hoo Lee play perfectly on that scenario. See that ball kind of tailing towards left center.
Adames to be followed by Devers here in the 7th.
Part of the strike zone right there. Pretty good wood on it by Jung-Hoo Lee, but again, perfectly placed outfielder in that situation. Here is Willie Adames. He has walked, singled, and scored a run. Takes a pitch outside, ball one.
One ball outside.
Despite his slow start, statistically speaking, since coming to the Giants as a free agent, I think everything you need to know about Adames is expressed by Milwaukee general manager Matt Arnold. When he signed with San Francisco, he said he's one of the special ones. He's everything you could ever hope for. Everything he does is tremendous. The Giants are lucky to have him. Swinging on his 2-2.
That's a pretty hefty praise.
Yeah, right?
For a young man. Everything you could ever want, from Bob Melvin's standpoint, as a manager, leader of men, leader of the infield. A darn good offensive player as well.
Pitch hit 2, popped out of play.
Fouled out of play.
So often when we see guys trade teams, whether that's via trade or via free agency, there's a lot of pressure put on these young men.
Adames trying to find a hole. It's up the
Adames up the middle. Base hit up the middle.
And so he's got his second hit, and he's on base with a third straight time in the game. Who knows? Adames may be just fired up because he's got his friend Rafael Devers in the same lineup, batting right behind him. They have known each other and been friends for almost a decade now. And Adames, when he heard the news that they had made the trade, he was over the moon.
I found a website for him, but it doesn't have a any contact information.
Grayson J. Smith.
No.
So you want?
That's some type of voiceover reel.
Take one look at the press conference today because every single player on this roster was in there.
Yeah. Up and away.
1 out, 1 on. First pitch is a strike.
He said, when do we get Matt Chapman back? We're going to be a problem for a closing pitcher.
Yeah. I think Chris hit on something his last at bat and what you just said. His teammates, whether here or in Boston, all love him despite some of the things that were put out in the media. You haven't heard a player really complain about what Devers has gone through the last 6 months.
I think, Andre, even for those of us from the outside looking at that was a absolute disaster of miscommunication.
Yeah. No doubt.
So it's literally going to be taught in school about how to manage.
I think you're wrong.
Manage a situation.
Craig Brescia, a former teammate of mine, even came out and said so. He said, I may have mishandled certain situations like this, but it is always a two-way street.
Ground ball tapped over to first. Flips to the first baseman. That's an out. 2 away. Wow, you can even see the umpire going down the line calling it. That's pretty cool.
Pitchers can certainly be athletes too, because you can see Cade Smith busting it over to the line. This is a really good job of fielding your position as a pitcher with that runner right in your face. Never a doubt right there. Cade fielding that ball cleanly with a quality flip to Santana.
Here comes the head coach. We're going to the bullpen.
Coming on when we come back.
Gaddis coming on here in the bottom of the 7th.
FanDuel held a shooting contest to promote its new MySpend tool. MySpend makes it easy to view your deposit and bet history all in one place. Because betting without knowing how much you're spending is like shooting in the dark. See the whole picture. Make FanDuel's My Spend tool part of your system. And stop shooting in the dark.
Why would I use Hims to have my e-meds delivered to my door? I love pharmacy lines. Why would I use clinically proven ingredients? I love wearing hats 24/7. Why would I choose weight loss treatment I can afford through Hims? I love sewing up my friends. Why wouldn't I get high quality care I can trust? I love Hims. Get treatment you'll actually love at Hims.com.
If your grandpa wears one of these, if your husband wears these on the weekend, if your mom wore this, or if your wife wears this, you can count on USAA.
All right, waiting on this pitching change. Jen, I just found his Facebook. I'll reach out to him tomorrow.
Count on us. Count on USAA. See if you can join USAA today.
Hunter Gaddis is the new Guardians pitcher. On for the 32nd time this year. And he'll have Elliot Ramos batting with a tying run at second base. Ramos 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch back in the first inning.
Ball outside. 1-0.
You can see Hunter Gaddis attack with that fastball. He's going to have to be extremely careful with how and where he utilizes that pitch.
Strike right down the middle.
Right there, you saw that pitch part of the plate. Now that gives him so many options of what he can go with. Still all while knowing if you have to, you do not have to give in this situation.
Popped up foul, 1-2.
Again, 3 pitches, 3 fastballs hasn't shown him an off-speed pitch yet. I like that. Potential to see one of those right here for the strikeout. The big one it would be. 1-2 offering. He went to the off-speed pitch.
Curveball misses outside, 2-2. 2 outs here in the inning.
That was a breaking ball count. Gonna miss with this outside off the plate. We can't have damage happen. Backed up.
Inside, 3-2. Full count now.
This is one of those situations that full count. Stickler got it. Gonna go right out. This guy do not have to give in to him in this situation. Even with the lefty on deck, your changeup neutralizes Tom Smith.
Fly ball down the right field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. Foul. Got lucky there. That would have been a home run if it was fair.
That was another one of those balls that carried significantly further than I initially thought off the bat. I'm with you there.
Not by much.
Great shot right there. You can see, look at that thing going to the rooms. Yeah. That's that wind effect. Yeah, might be.
Ball 4 takes a walk.
Goes toward right field. So a walk to Ramos will put 2 on with 2 out and bring up left-handed hitting Dominic Smith. Again, not the worst walk in the world. You never want to go out there with the intention of walking players per se, but you had the opportunity, you had the count leverage to be a little more aggressive outside the strike zone, going for chase in that scenario. What do we have here? Why is he pointing to first base? I believe he called a strike. It's an 0-1 count because he took too long to get out of the batter's box.
He took too long to get in the box. That's a strike. 0-1.
He flipped the bat. It took a while for everybody to get set up, so they're putting it on Smith now.
So Smith has to pay for the sin of Elliott Roman, and that's going to bring Bob Melvin out. Because Smith is saying, I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, you either take a strike or no. How about that? I think Bomel is just trying to get an explanation.
They're trying to make sure Dominic Smith doesn't get tossed, right? Because he's mad.
Well, that's what Bob said. He goes, why are you blaming what Ramos did on Smith?
You know, I understand the rule. It's just, to me, there's a common sense, a feel for the game part of things.
If you can read lips, you know exactly how fun. He repeated himself.
Back those off. He's working on getting the.
You know,
He's got 3 different pads. He's got a new one. He had to put in the first inning. So,
like common sense says, did that really change the game?
Where's Dominic Smith? He's just waiting to take his place. He gets in the box. I don't know.
Ball down low, 1-1. That was kind of crazy.
I don't necessarily understand.
I didn't see Ramos really loitering. He does have a lot of stuff he's got to take on.
Definitely did.
If you want to take issue with that, okay. But he wasn't. I didn't think he was taking an extraordinary amount of time.
And like I said, did that really affect the game?
No, but Chris will tell you, no hitter wants to start out with a double count. Hunter had a stuff
I can't tell.
He doesn't help himself, though. Misfire with the first 2. Now he's behind.
2-1 here, 2-1. 3-1. Gaddis can't find the zone.
He's falling behind in 3-1.
Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. This isn't a situation where you have to give it. Just because first base is occupied does not mean there's an open base out there.
Strike right down the middle, 3-2.
Situations get more of a platoon advantage, meaning the same side down. That's all going through Austin Hedges' mind. We're still going to be extremely careful with how we navigate down Smith.
Here's the payoff pitch. The runners will go.
Swing and a miss. Got him.
Kicked it on the outside corner.
Right on the outside corner. Wow.
Strike 3. You're out.
Top of the 8th coming up. Top of the 8th.
It's our any moon shot into a shot at victory. Bring moments to life every Tuesday, all season long, with the Profit Boost. Only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Shop every team in town. College and pro. Come on, it's time to go.
Play ball, Cleveland. Shop the latest
Rally House. I keep saying I'm going to go there.
throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
The Cleveland Guardians, the Cavaliers, the Browns and Buckeyes make us cheer. It's your city, it's your house, it's a Rally House.
Shop home run styles in store and online at Rally House.
Wow, look at all those locations. 13 of them.
Progressive's accident response detected an accident and sent for help.
Did we beat him? Where's Superman?
Saving the world, maybe?
So we did get
Yeah, I don't think car insurance is really his thing. Not with us or
you called a tow truck that started your claim.
I guess not all heroes wear capes.
Yep, some wear tummy capes.
So what?
Don't say things like that out loud.
No.
Embarrassing.
Superman in theaters July 11th.
The ultimate BNT or the all-pro sweet onion chicken teriyaki with 58 grams of protein. And now Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app.
Tyler Rogers coming into pitch here.
In the Subway app.
Guardians Flex voucher plans give you the ultimate flexibility and savings. Purchase 20, 40 ticket vouchers and redeem at any time during the regular season when you know which games fit your schedule. Go to
First pitch to Ramirez. That's a strike.
Knuckle scraper Taylor Rogers on to pitch for the Giants here in the 8th inning. Jose Ramirez leading it off for Cleveland 0 for 3. And a foul back. No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul back. That's a strike. 0-2.
Rogers is a bit of a throwback, a submarine style pitcher. That's one of the things the Giants do so well. They bring so many different arm angles at you from their bullpen. Tyler's having a fantastic season this year. You see that 1.35 ERA. Some of the softest contact in the league this year is what
Fouls that one off, stays alive.
he also can punch a guy out if he needs to as well. This guy's been a very valuable piece of this Giants movement so far this season.
Strike three looking. Wow.
You can see here the average release point just 1.36 feet off the ground from the ground.
Ugh, that's crazy. Be that low of a submariner.
When you're trying to do some work to prepare for a guy like this. How reminiscent for you? And I'm trying to remember the years.
Line drive right at the third baseman. 2 outs.
Another guy. I mean, that's almost upside down. It is upside down. But you can see the tail. That ball just never quite got back to the corner of the plate there. I think Hosey have a little bit of a gripe there.
You know how they always tell you the ball doesn't rise? That rises.
No, that actually does. Yes, it actually does.
Hitters aren't used to seeing that. My question, because we know he's a twin, and his twin throws left-handed. You think he can throw left-handed as well?
He cannot.
Really?
Yes. I actually had that conversation.
Ball inside to Santana. Came in tight. Real tight there.
His brother cannot throw right-handed. His brother is very typical lefty.
Man. Ball down low.
Really good family, though. Twin brothers from Colorado, from Denver area. Father's a firefighter. Do a lot of good charitable work for the Firefighters Association.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. Ball was way outside.
Well, Tyler Rogers is Mr. 8th inning. Only 4 times out of his now 36 games has he pitched before the
Strike 2 right there. 2-2.
60 times out of the 77. Well, it's the perfect combination of what they potentially have coming in the night. The Camilo Gabal. You're talking about 2 arm angles that are nowhere near the same. You've got one phone out here throwing 85, the other one's throwing 99. So it's a really good combination. Santana reaching here. Watch where this ball clips him. I ain't gonna hit him right off the side of the helmet. Might have caught him on the ear. There's no ear flap at the inside. Not supposed to hit yourself there. No. Somehow I always found a way to hit myself in weird spots too. The 2-2.
Ground ball tapped over to second. Up clean over to first. End of the 8th. We're going to the bottom of the 8th now. 1-run game.
Rework the family routine and spark moments where the unexpected takes center stage and memories are born.
Be right back. All right, it's going to be Schmidt. He has Stremski and Fitzgerald coming up.
If this can talk, then it tells stories. And if you've had one, you
got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Miller time.
Rebel, rebel. Oh,
Well, this game is played out like so many
good deal, Neil.
games have this year. 31 times they have played in a game decided by one run. Only 15 times for the Guardians. Cleveland's won 8 and 7. Giants are 17 and 14 in this 31 one-run games. Most in the majors. Pitch outside, ball one. Casey Schmidt, Hunter Gaddis staying on.
Casey Schmidt up there to hit. Gaddis going to stay in there as a pitcher.
Left-hander up in the bullpen. Mike Yastrzemski, left-handed hitter on deck. Foul right back.
Fouls that back. 1-1.
Defensively, the Guardians bring Daniel Schneeman into the game, put him at second base, and Angel Martinez out the center and move Thomas over to right. You know, just thinking back to last year, I know the Guardians have played the fewest one-run games in baseball this season. They had their fair share last year.
Line drive, base hit to left. That's going to fall in front of Quan. Holds the runner at first.
However, the tying run is aboard for the Giants to lead.
Tying run aboard with nobody out.
He wanted to go for it, but then he thought, if I go for it and miss, I set him up for a potential big inning. Exactly. It just didn't.
Gaddis does not look good this game. I would not have left him in. All right, Yastrzemski coming up now. Line drive, base hit, left, right field. First two hitters are on. Not good here in the eighth for Cleveland. Get Gaddis out of there.
You can see first pitch fastball again, ball tailing away from Yastrzemski right there. Is able to somehow find a way to not only pull that baseball, but get enough barrel on it to shoot it in the right.
Now we're going to get a pinch hitter. Wilmer Flores. This is not a platoon pinch hit. This is just.
Here comes Flores to pinch hit.
Wilmer Flores has 11 homers, tied for the team lead. Not counting guys named Rafael Devers. And he's knocked in 51 runs. He was getting a night off. So he's coming in off the bench. And now Carl Willis out the top with Hunter Gaddis. A word now from Rally House.
Play ball, Cleveland. Shop the latest in Guardian style with your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
What would you guess the message from Carl Willis was to Hunter Gaddis in this particular?
He's looking for a double play here right now.
Flores coming up.
Well, this is exactly what's being told. He's going out there right now telling him, listen, we have Flores pitch hitting. This is exactly what he likes in situations. This is our safe zones. This is exactly where we can go when we need a strike, when we need a strikeout.
Ball down low, 1-0.
For all the madness that ensues throughout an inning, Hunter Gaddis and more importantly, Austin Hedges get a quick synopsis of what the player likes.
Strike, 1-1.
When the situation is right for a humorous anecdote.
Oh, sure.
A kick in the pants.
And Carl's fantastic.
Not sure, Tushar. We'll see, right?
That's exactly right.
1-1. Here's the pitch.
The 1-1.
Ground ball foul.
And again, this is a prime candidate for a double play.
Make sure you're subscribed if you're new. Help us out tonight. Hit that sub. We want you to come back.
So again, percentages, odds potentially in your favor if you can execute a pitch.
The 1-2. Left field.
Line drive. Kwan's going to catch that one. They're going to try to double him up at second, and they got him. Oh, my God. What a play by Kwan.
Second base.
What a play by Kwan.
Well, you can see this ball had enough topspin on it. Thank goodness it hung out there for it. Stephen Kwan did not skip a beat. That is not an easy play to be able to execute as you're running in, securing the baseball, getting your footwork correct, and making a perfect.
2 outs now. Runner on first.
Work there by Stephen Kwan.
Now the backup catcher Logan Porter, who came on after Kisler, the starter, was pitch hit for.
First pitch comes in. That's a strike.
By the way, not your typical double play. Ooh, but he hit it into a double play for his
Right.
Swing and a miss. It's a change. Strike 2. 9th hitter Porter in the lineup here.
He couldn't get probably into the dugout and maybe around the corner away from his manager fast enough. But you get doubled off in a 1-run game, that's the Cardinals in it.
Well, I mean, the play's right in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, that's the hard part. It'd be one thing if it was a play running to the side where it's a little
Ball upstairs. 1-2.
I'm thinking Casey Schmidt he's never played against Stephen Kwan in person, and he just got fooled by how quickly he got that.
Could be dead on. You could understand.
Ah, come on. Don't stick.
We all know he's a gold glover. He was too far off. You know, he certainly was. And I'm sure the reports tell them quick release hits the balls better than most.
And accurate power, more important.
You're assuming
2-2.
We're working on common sense today.
2-2.
Ground ball to third. Up clean over to second. That'll end the inning. Going to the 9th. In a 1-run game.
A gem of a play. Short circuits a potential giant rally.
Kwan is that good.
Toyota gives you the power of choice. More electrified hybrid choices than anyone else.
Like this new all-hybrid Camry.
And the stylishly funded.
Da-da-da-da.
Now get 4.99 APR financing on a new 25 gas-powered Corolla or any new Camry. Lease a Corolla from $219 a month.
Arias, Rodriguez, and Martinez do up.
With 2 years no-cost maintenance included. That's the power of choice. Toyota, let's go places.
Use M-Perks every time you shop and get the right reward at the right time.
Oh, save you some money. We just
Saving on the journey. That's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better with M-Perks.
Tony Bennett, huh?
The mission of the Bob Feller Active Valley Foundation, through the intersection of baseball and the U.S. Navy, is to recognize and honor those who support our service members. We use the story of Bob Feller to educate the youth of today on the lessons of citizenship, sacrifice, and service to one's country. We owe an unpayable debt of gratitude to the greatest generation and all who serve. Please visit our website to learn more or to make a donation to the Bob Feller Act of Valor Foundation.
Act of Valor Foundation.
Makes themselves heard. I've been super grateful for that. They do everything possible to be able to be there for us, to support us. That's something that we never take for granted, and one of the reasons that we play so hard the way that we do. Thanks for being so faithful in your support. We look forward to you guys continuing to show up, and we look forward to do everything we can to continue to win games for you guys.
Thank you for being our 10th teammate. We appreciate your support.
It's a 1-run game because of one swing of the bat in the 6th inning by Gabriel Arias. Struck out his first 2 times up, swinging against the starter Robbie Ray. Third time.
All right, here comes Arias.
Away and blasted it into the Guardians bullpen, into the empty cap of bullpen pitcher Colby Howard.
First pitch, strike right there.
Arias leads off the 9th inning, facing right-hander Randy Rodriguez.
Well, you can see the numbers there. An 0.90 ERA. Randy Rodriguez has been as advertised this season. Flame throwing right-hander. He is coming right at you. Very, very few.
Andrew, welcome in.
We'll give up some hard contact. It's more of the fastball on that hard contact. But man, this is elite control.
Fouls that one off. 0-2 remains.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Oh boy, that stung. Deep left center field. That's going to bounce and go over. Ground rule double. That ball was stung.
He just missed hitting his second home run of the night. He hit it just about 399 feet away.
Dizzy trip was good.
He's got to pick better parts of this ballpark to go to because that ball was absolutely smoked. Extremely high ball, too. You can see this thing coming down there right at the base of the wall, just out of Junkie Lee's reach. 2 very good swings by Gabby Arias so far tonight.
Now Schneemann.
Schneemann, great hit. Grounds out to second base, gets the runner over to third. That's a good out to have.
You can see him staying behind that ball with his barrel. The thing I hope he's starting to realize is both of those swings that he's taken tonight for a combined 650 feet have been so soft. And
Here comes Martinez. 1 out, runner on third.
They're on the grass around the horn. And Angel Martinez lifts it to left field.
Fly ball left field. Are they going to run on him?
He's coming home.
He's coming home. Play at the plate. Out. Wow, tagged out at the home. It's relatively new, buddy. Cleveland's going to challenge the play at the plate.
Look, even if it didn't look convincing, why not take a shot?
Absolutely, yeah. It's the 8th inning. And again, good strong throw right there by the outfield as well.
Let me see the replay.
Here's Arias.
I think
Looks like he might have got a toe in there, but with the call on the field being out, you can see here his front foot. Out.
He's out.
It's in the air, it looks like. Yep. Just didn't get down in time.
He is out.
That's the difficult part of your cleat sticking in the ground. It has a tendency to pop up. So I think if his foot slides on the ground, it's probably a safe call there. But still, worth taking a shot.
And the Giants crowd just saw the conclusive evidence. And here.
Bottom of the 9th now coming up, everybody. Thank you, moderators. Thank you to Debbie and Jeannie. Appreciate you being here tonight. Love this song. I need a hero.
Master anything with the fastest wireless speeds from Spectrum.
I need a hero.
Where's one of these? Or if your wife wears this, you can count on USAA membership for the spouses, kids, and then grandkids of those who served. Count on us. Count on USAA.
Thank you, Neil.
It's our 249th birthday.
Jen says, come on, tribe.
Shouldn't we wait another year for the big 250? Like George and the boys should have waited another year for the disco on the Delaware? Come on.
3 outs away. And you know you're going to get classe.
We partied in Boston with just tea. Point is, Juicy don't wait for round numbers. So happy big 249, America, from Johnsonville. Let's keep it juicy.
Up to the jam with the Woogie Jam Slam. This MLB season, Bad Games Day or Tuesday makes the big bass come to life like never before.
Because every Tuesday, all customers get a profit boost so you can take your winnings to new heights. Bet on the long ball. Turn any moon shot into a shot in victory. Bring homers to life every Tuesday, all season long, with the profit boost. Only on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Well, the home run by Gabriel Arias gave Cleveland a 1-run lead, but this play may have saved the day. Giants had the first 2 men on base to start the
Yeah, getting doubled off in that inning hurt the Giants. All right, here we go. Class A. First pitch at 99 for a strike.
Class A has saved 14 out of 17.
Well, he's going to have to go through the teeth of this Giants lineup.
Ball upstairs, just misses 1-1.
His last time out, he got walked off by Seattle.
Good thing to become a high leverage reliever like this, a closer at the back end. You have to have an extremely short memory.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Actually, strike 2. That was a nice pitch right there.
The 1-2 pitch is popped out of play. You know,
Popped up foul.
I was talking about how closely these two teams look statistically on paper. I mean, the batting average, 1-point separation, on-base percentage, slug, OPS, home run, they're almost identical numbers.
Line drive, base hit the left.
Somehow, San Francisco has been able to turn those same statistics into almost half a run more per game than Cleveland. So whether that's taking the extra base at the right time, taking advantage of runners at third with less than 2 out, however it is, they've squeezed out just a little bit more.
Here comes
The difference is 10 games in the standings.
who we got? Adamas up first. Fly ball left field and playable. Quan will make the play. 1 out. Here comes Devers.
That's a really good job by Stevie Quan to get that ball in really, really quickly. You saw Tilton Lee immediately go back to first base to tap it there. That's a situation where I've seen him go before. Keeping him at first base right there, though, is big time.
The Guardians and Giants have differed the most this year is what we've seen in the last 3 innings, the bullpens. Last year, Cleveland had unequivocally the best bullpen in baseball. This year, they're still good, still very good.
Absolutely.
But they're not the best. San Francisco now has the best earned run average of any bullpen in
All right, Devers up there. He knows Clase. They've hit against each other before.
They've been able to win a lot of them.
And again, another reason you've seen San Francisco play in more run games.
Devers drives it to left field, base hit.
Lee stops at second.
Runners at first and second.
Second hit in a Giants uniform tonight. He didn't waste any time. Fastball, got after it, and leaped over the inside part of the plate. He was ready for it.
Well, the one guy on this team that probably has the most at-bats against Emmanuel Clase is Rafael Devers. Did not wait around. Again, maybe not the exact location that Clase wanted that ball.
Runners at first and second, 1 away. Ball down low. Ramos up there now. Ramos 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch.
Still just a ground ball away in this situation.
Fouls that back.
222 Giants fans, and most of them are standing here with 1 out of the bottom of the ninth.
Clase, I'm going right back to that same arm slot pitch. I know he fouled that ball right back. I did not think he got a great swing up on it.
Ball upstairs, 2-1.
Tried to mix it up right there with the breaking ball. Again, as a former catcher, just seeing Clase throw when he's good, that arm side cutter is the way to go.
Fouls it off, 2-2. Almost the same exact spot.
Maybe just above the hitting area, and almost just fouled it back, 2-2. It's one of those times that velocity buys you a little bit more room for air. Right there. 2 on, 1 out, 2-2 pitch.
Oh, just misses 3-2.
This ball probably could have gone either way. Kenji maybe having to reach just that extra little bit for it. Cost him in that situation, but a good pitch nonetheless. And now the 3-2.
Walked him. Base is now loaded with 1 out.
Now in this situation, the corner should be playing in, the middle infield will be playing back.
Well, sorry, I'm tired.
Dominic Smith.
Dominic Smith now up there.
Cisco's first run of the game. What do we have here? Umpire timeout for some reason. Tying run at third, winning run at second.
First pitch at 101 is a strike.
This crowd or the situation of the game affect him again.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Sills and Susan. No tie.
They have to figure out a way to channel that adrenaline, slow the heartbeat, focus on your execution.
Curveball fouled off, 0-2.
In this day and age, Chris, we talk so much about content, streaming platforms, or dying for content. Nothing gives you better drama than real life sporting events. Rafael Devers traded to San Francisco, blockbuster deal. He represents the winning run at second base in his Giants.
Fly ball left field. Quan's got it. Play at the plate. They didn't try to score him. They held him. Wow. Make sure you subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any other games with us.
You can see, look at him hustling over to not only get to this baseball, but he's able to get his body around that ball, set his feet on the run, and make a quality enough throw that they had to shut that down right out of the get-go. As soon as Stephen Kwan released that baseball, third base coach Matt Williams said, no go.
Here's Schmidt, 1 for 3. First pitch is a ball.
Look at the footwork here. Look at his feet constantly moving, setting himself up. Still, what makes Stephen Kwan so good? Yes, that elite footwork, but his ability to throw from awkward positions. You have to practice stuff like that.
1 ball, no strikes. Base is loaded. Nowhere to put him.
Best left fielder in baseball. The 1-0 is Schmidt.
Strike at 101. Clase back up on the hill. Schmidt 1 for 3 tonight. Coming to the set.
The 1-1.
Swinging a ball in the dirt.
Welcome to the clubhouse.
Welcome to the clubhouse. Christian E. Welcome to the family.
Great job right there by Austin Hedges. Blocking that ball, stuffing it in the dirt. Having a catcher like that back there in a situation like this, it means the world to not only the coaching staff, but the pitching staff. They know they can bury that pitch right there. The 1-2.
Swing and a miss. Clase gets him. He swung at a ball in the dirt again. That'll end it. Guards take this one. More baseball coming this week. We got 80-some NFL games already booked up and set with thumbnails up. Hit that subscribe on the way out. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, members. Thank you, everybody that was here tonight. We appreciate you. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Christian, welcome to the family, brother. We'll see y'all next time on the show. We are out of here on that one.